What is going on? Welcome back to the Boyz for Life podcast, episode 13. We have a banger today.
Oh, yeah,
hyped.
buddy.
What? A banger? What
The energy in this room. We have our first guest,
Right.
Joey D.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
everybody?
how you doing?
Thank
On
you,
a
thank you,
Friday
thank you.
night, he is here.
All right.
Oh, man.
God bless. I appreciate it. Serious.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
it's
much
my
for being
honor.
our first guest. It's exciting for us.
It's
Well,
yes.
Getting you on here. It's first time meeting you. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. So-
No better time, honestly, to meet you than on the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You know?
Serious.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you,
seriously.
Colton.
Thank you, Joey.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Jeffrey, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Thank you so much for
it. This
taking
is
the time
cool.
to come out here.
Oh, no
Yeah.
worries, man. This is way cool. It's so intimate.
Yeah.
And like people don't realize the setup and the things that you guys do before and after. There's
Before
a
and
lot of
after.
time
Yeah.
that goes into this.
Setting it up.
Yeah, just setting it up.
Takes a
So,
little bit. Yeah, for sure.
So kudos to both of you.
Appreciate you.
know.
Thank you so
sir.
much.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
call
sir.
you guys Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. We looked Hollywood in the first couple when we were rocking the shades and everything right there.
I thought it was like a Blues Brothers from Chicago type of thing. So,
No, 100%.
It's funny,
That's
man.
awesome.
It's funny. Well, it's funny. So, quick backstory here. So, I've known Joey for, gosh, I think it's almost 2 years,
2 years,
I think.
yeah, 2 years.
So, Joey was the first person I met over at the basement gym in St. Charles, right down the street from where we live. And I'll never forget the first time we met. I was literally, I think it was my second or third day there. Didn't know anyone. I heard about this gym, the basement gym, and it's up my alley. It's not like it wasn't a commercial gym. It was a,
Correct. It's like kind of like I don't want to say an underground gym, but it's it's basically it is. You're right. It's not like a big box gym.
no, it's,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
It's more intimate. It's obviously privately owned. You know the owners because they're
Yes.
there.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time, and they're awesome. They're amazing.
They were really amazing. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Shout out to Basement Gym.
Shout out the basement
Shout out
gym,
to the
baby.
basement
Shout
gym.
out. Shout out. But I remember I was in the locker and putting my stuff in the locker, and Joey comes walking in, smile on his face, happy as can be, talking to everyone. And I remember I was like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm Colton. It's my literally third day here. How you doing? Nice to meet you." And ever since then, I mean, Joey and I have just always hit it off. He's always the most respectful guy I've ever met. The most just high energy, man. Whenever you walk into the gym, you know when he's here and you know when he leaves because he has. You don't know this, so Joey has what is it? Is it like what kind of horn you have?
It's an air horn. It's basically a train horn.
It's a train horn in his
horn.
pickup truck
Oh my gosh.
that he always
yeah.
lets
Oh,
off
yeah.
every
Oh,
time
yeah.
he leaves. Dude,
yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
you know when he walks in, you know when he leaves. So,
Yeah.
thank you, Joey. Like I said, I greatly appreciate this. I'm super excited for
Well,
this podcast.
you know what?
You
God
know what I
bless.
mean?
Give me some.
God bless,
All right.
man. God bless,
No,
dude.
Give me something.
Yeah, give me
All
some.
right, so-
I feel a little left out over here.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You got to come to the gym, man, and get
Yeah,
your
I
swole
have
on
to.
with us.
It's been going there for almost 2 years, and I've yet
yeah.
to be there.
Oh,
I know, right?
Yeah,
I've
we
heard
gotta
a
change
lot
that.
about it, though. I
Yeah,
really
change
serious.
that.
It's really just an awesome because on one of your shows you guys talked about community, and it's just such a great
Yeah.
community of people. I don't work for the gym, so they don't pay me to do this, but it's just a awesome community, really good people there, wholesome. When you go to a lot of these big box gyms, and I'm not trying to knock any gym at all, but you see these tools, right?
yeah.
They're not there to better themselves. Where everybody at this gym seems like they're there to better themselves, and they're so like, if somebody's doing like a PR, they're going for their personal best. You see literally people stop what they're doing and go rooting for them.
Kind of cheer him on, like, let's go, like, you got this, like,
Ex-
spotting you, like, come
Correct.
on now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which you don't get a lot of these,
And all that kind of stuff.
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah. So
we,
which is
we can
cool.
bleep that out, but
Yeah, no, we can. We
though, I
can.
feel you.
God
At
bless,
a
no,
lot of like, these big commercial gyms, you kind of have like the ego lifters, right?
Yes.
Where in places like here, or even the gym that I go to, Signature in Naperville,
Ooh,
it's
okay.
really community driven, which I'm really
Really?
big on, is like community points and everything like
Yes.
we've talked about. So
Exactly.
I'm glad that he's
Right.
been able to find a home
Yes.
out over here in
Seriously.
this area
Yeah.
where he
Right.
goes, because
Well,
you know.
we're blessed.
We're
I
blessed,
know it
honestly.
sounds funny,
Yeah.
but like on the journey of life, this is kind of deep. Well, not too deep, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, it's so cool when you find somebody that you can call that your friend, your brother, your pal from another guy from another thigh,
Yeah.
and just connect right away, and just go with it. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you it is cool. And no, honestly, Colton, you've been awesome. I think when I met you, your hair was blowing in the wind. Wait, maybe there was a fan behind you. All right. So,
Be quiet over there, Joey.
no, but you've been always positive and just a really cool, wholesome, down to earth guy.
Yeah.
And I heard a lot of great things about you too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
seriously.
Hopefully all good things.
Hopefully
right?
all good. Hopefully all good.
Hopefully all
No.
good.
Well,
We've known each other long enough where I feel like not everything is perfect, right? We all got like skeletons.
Yeah, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It happens. What are you going to do?
He's seen it all, 100%.
That's
But
how
you're
it
still
is.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Both you
here.
guys are still here.
Yeah.
So, which is cool is how many years has it been for the two of you?
We're almost in 17. I think we're
Yeah.
almost in 17 plus years. We're
Yeah.
right around
I
that
was
mark.
telling him because we said we grew up in Wheaton. He's like, you went to Wheaton North. I said, yeah, we also went to middle school
Yeah.
together.
Monroe Middle
Yeah,
School.
We played sports together, through the Wheaton
Yeah.
Park District and things like
Yeah.
that. So,
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the two of you are basically like the movie 300, right? Because I'd rather have like, you know, a close knit group of guys that are like ride or die till the end,
Totally.
than like
Yeah.
1,000. Oh, you know, so
For sure.
I feel like, we've talked about this on some of the other podcasts is when you're younger, you want the 1,000. You want to feel cool and all that. But I
Correct.
feel like as you grow up,
yeah.
you kind of realize I'd rather have 5 ride or die close friends that'll go to
Exactly.
war with you.
Correct,
You know,
yes.
at the end of the day, that's what really matters.
Like a
is
pack.
friendships like that.
Yeah,
So
no doubt.
100%.
Well, you got a new one with me too.
There you go,
Yeah.
Big Joe.
There it is.
Hey, how you
There it
doing?
is.
All right.
How you doing, Jeffrey?
How you
How
doing?
How you doing? Right.
I love it, man.
Right.
I love
For
it. No,
sure.
but I think I mean, one of the biggest things that I think why I'm really excited to have Joey on is because he's really big on community. I mean, he jokes, he laughs and everything, but I'm excited for everyone to kind of get to know Joey that I know a little bit.
Oh my gosh! Right. Cut. No. I'm kidding.
But I mean, we've had conversations, right? We've gone to breakfast with our buddy Kyler. Shout out Kyler, by the way.
Kyler,
Kyler's
shout out.
the man. Kyler's a
the
shout
man.
out.
Kyler's awesome.
He's another guy that we got to get on the pod. He's
Yeah.
also from the basement gym, man. He lives right down in Geneva. He's a really good dude.
Good guy.
And but I just want to like really just kind of dive in here, Joey. And
Okay.
you know, I want to hear more about your story, right? So I know obviously like growing up, I think you had, you know, some hard times, some hardships growing up. I would love to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. Like, what was it like growing up? Where did you grow up? And like, what were some obstacles and challenges that you had to overcome as a young Joey D?
So wow, how much time do we have? All right, so
We all night.
As much time
so
as you want.
All
I'll,
night,
I'll
man.
kind of break it down, and you guys can please interact whenever.
Yeah.
I was born on March 29th, 1977. I'm a little old if you can't tell with the gray hair. You know, I don't remember anything before I got here. It was really dark. You know, so born in St. Joseph's Hospital in Chicago, and we moved to the suburbs when I was about 5 to go to Hanover Park, and I basically went to. Grew up there. I'm an only child because when I popped out, they saw me. They're like, "Oh my God, what did we do?" You know, so like, "Holy cow,
This guy over here.
This guy's ugly." You know, so let's put him back in. No, so I had an imaginary friend, and he left me when I was 12. You know, so so my thing is this: both my parents, God rest their soul, they're both deceased, and they taught me. A couple things in life, to keep moving forward, always pushing, and to stay positive.
Yeah.
Serious, stay positive. We all have horrible, bad days, and I'm jumping all over the gun there. I don't know if it's my ad or was that ADD. I don't know where that right. So, so let's rewind. So hardships, you said.
Yeah.
I joined I kind of got kicked out of school.
Kind of.
Yeah. What is kind of? Mean?
Yeah. Elaborate, Joey.
I got expelled. All right. So I pulled a fire alarm. I mean, I just wanted to get out of class, you know.
Yeah. You got out of class all right.
I got out of
school.
class. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was getting a lot of high five from kids. So I went to a alternative school, and it was called Hillside Academy, and that's in Hillside, and they bus kids in from Chicago. And at the time, I was just some little, skinny suburban kid. And basically the first day I was wearing, I'll never forget this, I was wearing black Nikes with baby blue shoelaces. Because I love the Tar Heels. Yeah. I love North Carolina Tar Heels, Jordan, everything. Yeah. It's Go Heels. So these two guys came up to me, and back then I was probably 5'5", I'm still, 5'7" on a good day, Right. Gravity's not good to me. If I was a male dancer, I'd be called Sweet and Low. All right. So I'm sorry. All right. So
I love it, Joey. I love it.
Right.
I love it.
So these guys were going to be like, "Hey, what you be about?" And I'm like, "I'm a CB. I'm a church boy." And they were going to mop me. They were literally going to beat the crap out of me. And then this little Hispanic kid came up, and he started doing all these hand things. And I don't know if they were like, they were doing like sign language, if they were blind or something, but they totally backed off. they literally backed off, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's so cool.
Like, what
you
just
know?
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what just went down? And he was a part of a Chicago street organization. That's classy for gang. And so next thing you know, I'm basically living on 55th and Lawndale on the south side of Chicago. And I was hanging out on 26th Street, which is a very Hispanic, Latino community. And I'm a greaseball. I'm Italian. You know, we got the same color flags. I'm just missing the bird. That's what I tell all my buddies there. So I was in a gang and got into some trouble. Have some scars, stories, all kinds of stuff. But what happened was one day I came home and I was always getting high or drinking. I really didn't get into some harder stuff, you know, just because know your limits. You know what I mean? Know your limits.
Totally.
Then, my mom and dad would wait up for me. They would wait up for me because they didn't know if I was going to make it home. And I came home sober one day, and they basically aged overnight. And it was all because of me. And that, like, it killed me because, like, all of the stress that I was putting them through.
Yeah.
And, sometimes we just don't realize what we do to our parents. We're young and dumb. And, that's just, you're just being a kid. You know? And at 17, 18, 19, you think you got the world by the balls. Especially being a boy.
Yeah, definitely. All that testosterone running through you.
Yes.
The ego.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Somebody told me really quick, ego stands for edge got out.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Right, so
Yeah, whoa, okay.
Okay.
There's a little nugget for the
There's a
listeners.
little nugget for everyone. I didn't. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, somebody told it to me, so I'm just, blessing
Yeah,
you.
passing
it
it
though.
along, right? Paying it forward.
Exactly. So I kind of obviously slow down and hit the brakes. And then I started hanging out with my friends that I grew up with from years that were always like, they weren't associating with me because they knew I was just being an idiot, So then I started doing the whole nightclub thing. And I started, I was actually doing the GTL, hell, I was fist pumping.
GTL.
Exactly. Instead of, at Jersey Shore, I was doing LSD, Lakeshore
Okay.
Drive.
Okay.
So
What age was this at? Was this still in high school or was this after?
No, so let's give here. So I was probably 17, 18, 19, 20, till about 21. I was doing the whole city thing in Chicago.
Okay,
It was a good
okay.
like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
was I was there for a while.
yeah.
I've been
Okay.
stabbed, shot at, beaten with bats.
Yeah.
In a paddy wagon. Paddy wagons. If you want to hear a crazy story, if you guys want to hear the crazy story about
Yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah, let's hear it.
It was it was just happened September 16th. The Mexican Independence Day was a parade
Yeah.
on 26th Street. So it's the one day where both street organizations go at it in broad daylight. When I mean go at it, like box, shoot, punch. You're
Whatever.
really trying to hurt.
You name
the
it,
other.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the year before, the other organization was wearing the same colors as us. So to like kind of screw us, like, oh my God, are we like shooting the right guy?
Yeah,
type
like,
of
what's
thing.
going on here? Yeah.
So I was unfortunately, because I got hit with a bat. And I had a dislocated shoulder, so I was just there to watch the Corona girls on the in the parade, and that was it, And I was high, I was just high,
Yeah.
Just
They're
having fun.
Yeah, they're like, run, bro, run the paddy wagon. I'm like, huh, hi, and I got caught, and I was the first one to get thrown in the paddy wagon, and I've heard stories about paddy wagons in Chicago PD.
Yeah.
So there was already 4 guys on there, and they were in the same colors that we were. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get mopped,
Yeah.
And luckily they were the same, guys, just
Same
from
side.
same side, just a couple different blocks down. But what happened is there was 7 of us on the paddy wagon. We heard shots fired. The other gang across the, along the way, they were shooting at the sergeant, and they caught him. Yeah.
Wow.
They put 2 of them in the same paddy wagon as us, and it was bad.
Oh man.
It was bad. So
Holy
my
cow.
guys literally started beating these guys so bad, and they actually, one of my guys, and I'm like, I was gonna get up and do something because you kind of like have to.
You kind of have to,
Sure.
right?
Right,
If
but
you're
they saw
repping
me
it,
with
yeah.
one arm. They're like, "Hey, bro." My name was Smokey, by the way.
Smoky.
Smoky, because smoking like
I
a
was just-
chimney.
all right, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, oh my God, did I just say that? How you doing? All right, so they're like, "Hey, bro, Smokey, sit down." I'm like, "All right, cool. Hey, peace."
Yeah.
Like,
I'm chilling.
And then my guy pulled out his keys, and he took the one guy and literally poked his eyeball out.
Oh,
in
my
front of me.
goodness.
And I'm high as a kite.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? And like,
Holy
whoa, I'm just trying to just chill and go home and maybe have some waffle crisp,
Yeah, something, right?
My Red Baron pizza,
Yeah.
So
Red
that's
Baron.
Now I'm watching a guy get his eye poked out with a key in the
I'm
back
like,
of a Paddy wagon.
Right.
Yeah.
So then after these guys were basically, literally, like on the ground,
Yeah.
like done. Then the cops took him out, and there was a little. You have like a little window that you can kind of see through.
Yeah.
The cops after that beat him with their billy clubs even more.
Yeah.
And put him in a dumpster. Honestly, I hate to say it, I don't even know if they're around anymore. These guys,
Yeah.
But what
Right.
people don't understand is that any police officer, I should say, especially in Chicago, it's like you're in the jungle, you got to act like the jungle.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm not saying it's right. It's just maybe the nature of the beast.
It
You
is.
know, so
It's the belly of the beast because
it is the
they
belly
call
of
it
the beast.
Chirac. It's like literally one of the murder capitals in the world. It's
it
dangerous,
is.
right?
It
So
is. It's, and I heard it's even worse now.
Yeah.
Which is sad because honestly,
Sad,
people don't,
yeah.
they don't value life.
No.
Even though when I was young and dumb, because I'm old now, I'm just an old man.
Preaching wisdom to the younger youth.
That's it, when I was younger, there was all right. So,
Yeah.
oh my damn dentures. All right, so it's just that. So that was basically. Yeah, like I said, about 2021, and then from there I transitioned to the whole nightclub scene.
Yeah.
I was literally 21, 22, and started.
I got a question about that. So
Right.
after something like that happens and you're kind of doing, the street life or whatever it is,
Right.
are you kind of sitting there when you go home finally asking yourself, like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I need to stop doing this, and that's why you went to the nightclub, or was it still part of that lifestyle, or were you like, I need to change?
So hope for that whole Chicago experience in the city on the South Side. I think I was trying to find something. I literally I think I was trying to find something like some action, some excitement, maybe a yearning or being a part of something.
Being accepted.
Exactly. Being accepted.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Being accepted. And while I was in there, you're in a brotherhood. You
Yeah.
got your back. But honestly, I knew guys that were doing time and people forgot about them.
Yeah.
So then I was thinking, like, when I get locked up, who's going to worry about me?
Yeah.
Just my mom and my dad.
Exactly.
Yeah, no one.
Your family, maybe a couple close friends,
Yeah.
But that's really it. So I basically, and then the guys who I was with, they kind of gave me the blessings because my hands got a little dirty,
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I just, it was cool. I mean, I still talk to a couple guys from this day on, but they're older,
Yeah.
plumbers, electricians,
Sure.
that have kids.
Moved on with their lives too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. You have to.
So you kind of took a graceful exit from that whole scene?
It was a graceful exit. Yeah.
Good.
It was a graceful exit, and then nightclub.
Into the nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, buddy.
buddy.
That's a different beast than the street life, right?
Oh my God!
It's
So
different out there. I know it's different. Yep.
So
yeah.
it's because I started going downtown with a group of guys and buddies and girls, and then I was always with and I know it sounds funny because I was always with an attractive crowd. I know it's funny because I'm ugly. All right, so
Give yourself more credit, Joey.
Right, thank you. I appreciate. I should. You're right. I need to.
You have to.
I do. You're
Yeah.
right. All right. I'm pretty good looking. Only on Friday nights. So all right, that's it.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. I got a wife. I got lucky. How you
Yeah.
doing? She's watching. How you doing?
She's watching.
Right. Shout out Hope. How you doing? Right. My wife's name's Hope.
Okay.
God gave me
love
hope and gray hair. So all right.
Love it.
Right. So so in the nightclub, I would always come down there. I'd bring an entourage of people.
Yeah.
So I had a buddy that's like, "Hey, do you want to work down here?" I'm like, "Wait a second. I could actually get paid for doing this?
Get paid to
Like,
come down here, have some fun, right? Bring people around, make a little
exact-
coin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, sign me up. you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
So I was a promoter, working at a couple nightclubs.
Okay.
And I actually had my own promotions company, Made Productions. Hey,
Yes.
Made. Hey, have
Like
you
a
been,
made guy?
Hey, exactly. Hey, have you been made? You know, so, have you been made?
I got that.
You know, you know, the whole nightclub scene was crazy.
Oh, I bet.
Oh my God! Like you know, the late '90s, early 2000. It was wild. It was
Sure.
now a lot of partying.
I believe
A
it.
whole lot of partying. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't go, you know, I mean, you'd still, there was a club in Chinatown that would open at 5 a.m. And they didn't serve any alcohol. Just saying. Right? So,
Wow. Yeah.
It was snowing year round.
I
feel you. I feel you, Joey.
Ecstasy.
Yeah,
That
all
was
that kind of
huge back
stuff.
then.
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people were rolling, you know.
Yeah.
God bless. How you doing? All right. If I'm a little slow, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
So, but then I met my wife. And going back though, before my wife, it was really, really, it was fun. It was fun because honestly, there was so many different parts. I could do a whole episode about just even the hot dog guy.
Yeah.
You know, outside eating a hot dog outside. You know, seriously, because that hot dog was probably garbage. I would probably not even eat that if I was sober. But it
Yeah.
was so good.
So good
You
back
know,
then.
Oh God, TBK, Burrito King.
Taco Burrito King. I have been there.
Oh, yeah, have you
Yes,
been there?
yes, I have.
Oh,
Way
my
back in the
God.
day. Way back in the day.
So, but I mean, just and hanging out with your buddies.
It's the life when you're young,
Yes.
the boys,
Yeah.
like all that kind of stuff. You think I could do this forever.
Oh my God, that's exactly how I felt.
Exactly.
Exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry for all the questions, but I got a question before we go into the chapter about your wife.
Yeah.
So going back to the street days and then going into the nightclub, like what are your parents thinking? Like, did you have a good relationship with them kind of going a little bit farther back growing up? As an only child, how was that kind of upbringing with your parents?
My dad got arrested. He was going to be a priest.
Okay.
And like he was very Catholic strict,
Like by the book.
Yeah, and I know that like he would go to church. He would go actually on Saturdays, and he'd go to confession. And you know, even before he passed, I'm jumping the gun here. You know, I'm like, you're in the late 70s. What do you have to confess about? I
Yeah.
can't tell you. So I'm glad he met my mom because I wouldn't be here right
Yeah.
now. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
but you know what? They knew that I transitioned from. They weren't worried about me as much because they knew I was hanging out with
Like
that, like a
At the
better
nightclub
crowd.
and everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, they still had their doubts.
Yeah, of course.
It was more of like, you know, drinking and driving.
Yeah. Different
you know.
worries as opposed to stabbings and shootings.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to like go too far back, but I'm
No,
just
no,
kind
you're
of
good.
curious. Like, did your parents like ever, while you were in the street crowd, like have
Right.
any talks with you, like sit you down, like, hey, Joey, like, what are you doing with your life? You know, what's going on here? You got to get straight. Like,
So I was stabbed in the back twice with a flathead screwdriver.
Okay.
In Cicero.
Wow.
And yeah, while I was tripping on acid.
Jeez.
So I
Oh, my
was.
goodness.
Yeah, and that was nice because I went to Mount Sinai Hospital and they had to put a catheter in me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if either of you guys have had a catheter put in you.
No,
And
goes-
stay
it
that
goes right
way.
in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
how you
I'll
doing?
pass.
I'm up. I'm
Yeah,
up. I'm up. I'm up.
I'll pass on that.
So that was tough because I had to call them because the reason why they put the catheter in is they didn't know if I was bleeding internally.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why they did that. And you know, just having conversations on the phone. They kind of kicked me out, and they didn't kick me out if that makes any sense. You know, just because they didn't like the life I was living.
exactly.
So they had to be hard on me, and I totally respect that and get that because I'm a parent now and I get it. You
Yeah.
know, and they totally had those talks.
Yeah.
They definitely had those talks. But the problem is, at that time, it was going in one ear and out the other.
You're kind of thinking like, what does my dad know? Like, what do my parents know? Right. I feel like
Exactly.
when you're a teenager growing up, we kind of always have that question of like, what are our parents talking about? Like, they don't know what they're talking
Yeah.
about, right?
Yeah.
That naive mentality of I know all, I'm invincible, I'm Superman,
Yeah.
the
Right.
world is mine.
That's exactly it. So with me also, now here's where it gets a little funny.
Yeah.
All right, so my dad, being the old school grease ball, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
he would tell me things about like, so I'm not in the mob, never been, just saying. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
all right,
Yeah. Preface
but
it.
he would tell me about guys that he knew in Chicago. There's the movie Casino. And Joey Spilatro, or was it Nikki Spilatro, which was Joe Pesci character,
Yeah.
in there, is actually from Schiller Park and from Chicago.
Okay.
So he told me about things about the movie before it happened. And it's like that. I was interested. I was so like in that whole gangster, you
Yeah.
know, like that was cool.
Like it's badass, like becoming a made man,
Yes.
like doing all that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just did it a little differently, you know. So so I think I always liked the bad guys. Growing up, I played with G.I. Joe.
You
Oh,
like the
yeah.
villains and things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got you.
There was He-Man, which is way old school, but there was Skeletor. Skeletor
Yeah.
looked way cooler. Like
Yeah.
He-Man looked like a surfer that was just jacked.
Yeah.
You know, so,
Just like a pretty boy.
Yeah, pretty boy. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I was more like Storm Shadow and
Yeah.
like, you know, I was Shredder in the Turtles. Like
Yeah,
he
Ninja
was
Turtles, yeah.
he looked cool. He was badass. So
Yeah.
that's really weird. I don't know why I'm
I
saying
didn't mean to. I didn't mean to
So-
rewind too much, but the
No,
whole
you're
time you
good.
were telling these stories, I'm kind of
Right.
thinking like, what are your parents thinking? Like, how was that relationship?
Yeah.
It was
You know what I mean? It's a little bit of the backstory behind the scenes, like what's going on at home,
no,
right?
I honestly, I devastated them.
Yeah.
I did. I broke their hearts. I really did. They bailed me out a couple times, you know, financially too. It took a toll.
And coming
on
to the
them,
hospital after you got
you
stabbed
know.
twice and all this kind of
You know,
stuff. Like,
I didn't want them to.
no,
I don't want them.
you
to
said
go.
don't come see me like this.
Yeah, I didn't want them there.
Wow.
Quite hard at
just-
that time.
Yeah,
Just for you
I
mentally, just having your parents see this side of some choices you were making, and you were trying to figure out your way of life too, right? You're just trying to figure it out.
I'm literally sitting in a bed,
Yeah.
a hospital bed, with my roommate, who was a part of, I think he was a BGD, and they shot him in his ass. And, and he was, I'm sorry, excuse my French or Italian.
No,
but
you're good.
Yeah, let it rip.
Let it rip, Joey.
You know,
We
the
swear
whole
all the time.
The whole time. I like that.
We swear all the time.
The whole time he's like, man, when I get out, they can shoot me in my arm, my leg, but why my ass? You
Why
know?
my ass? Yeah, no,
Why the
100%.
ass?
Exactly. So I don't forget about it. But the whole time, though, you're right. I'm thinking, like, you have all these thoughts going through your head.
Yeah.
Right? Where did I mess up? Why did I do this? You know, but I think after that, a little shortly, is kind of when I scaled back a little bit. Just because, like, I knew people that passed away. Unfortunately, you know, I've been around guys in Chicago that literally, where we're standing, you're right there, got shot at, literally right next to me. I've seen some other crazy stuff, and I think it just takes a toll on you.
Oh, of course.
And then literally looking at my mom and dad, and they aged. They literally got gray.
Because they probably were up all night worrying about when you're coming home. Are you going to make it home, like you said earlier? And that's got to be tough, right?
Yeah.
It's really tough. It's really tough because they're the ones that cared about me more than anything.
More than anything.
You know, more than anything. So, but they knew that I made it out.
You make the graceful exit. You go to the nightclub scene.
Correct.
And then you meet your who's
my-
now wife, Hope.
Yeah, Hope.
And you found Hope.
I did. I found
Right? Both physically and kind
love
of
it. Yep.
spiritually. You found Hope.
You know what? I love that. You know what? I know why you got him here now.
the boy right there.
Awesome.
It's
Yeah,
the boy,
no,
Joey D.
Exactly. You know what though? She has been.
She made you want to be a better man.
Yes. She completes me. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
she just is so awesome. She brings out the best of me. And where I was at a time looking for love in all the wrong places.
100%.
I've been there.
Seeking
Right.
acceptance
Serious.
in other people and doing things to try to find that brotherhood and maybe like that
Yes.
self-worth, right?
Exactly.
Realizing I'm doing all the wrong things. I'm looking in the wrong places.
Right.
And then you find hope.
Oh man, and it's,
love it, dude.
See,
I love it.
You're good. You're really good. All
Told you, man.
Yeah,
He's good.
you got the gift. You.
But that's so where did you meet her?
So it was called Stardust. That was like the name of the event that I was working at.
Okay.
And it was actually on the like way south suburbs. And it was on January. Oh my God, beautiful. If I mess this up, I'm so sorry. January. When is MLK Day? It's January
Isn't it like
14th,
14th or
15th, January 14th,
It was that
15th, yeah.
weekend. It was a
Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was working that Sunday. My job that day was to pick up international DJs or DJs at the airport and drive them back. That was my job that day.
That's so cool.
That is
Wow.
cool.
It was
That's sweet.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
And so I was tired. And I really honestly just wanted to go to my room because I had a hotel out there and then just chill. I wasn't really into it that night.
Yeah.
Because I was working. I'm tired.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
tired. Long nights.
Oh God, forget about it.
Yeah,
literally. Right. And then my buddy who was a DJ was dating. They were twins, so I had a twin sister. And there she was, her hair blowing in the wind. You know, so
Like
maybe
mine when you first met me?
Yeah, but maybe there actually was a fan, you know. And I came up to him like, hey, how you doing? You know,
Yeah. Like Joey and friends, how you
How
doing?
you doing? How you doing? You know?
Love it.
I remember what she wore. She remembers what I had on, and we just hit it off. We just really hit it off. And for you know what, she actually got my number. She took my number. I know.
Wow.
Because I used to get all these phone numbers from girls. I think one was 588-2300. I called a bar, but I ended up buying carpet. That was
Yeah, 588-2300 and more.
You know, so just saying. Oh my God, it
I was
was
gonna say, wait, I
horrible.
recognize that number.
I just too.
Yeah, see,
Trying to
from
think of what's the
Chicago.
number.
Yeah.
You remember
100%,
that. You
yeah.
remember that. So, and then at the time, I didn't throw this in there. I started doing stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, just local stuff. Because I mean, I'm like, God, all my buddies are like, you're funny looking. Just get up there and wait for them.
Just get up there and just start saying something.
yeah, just say something.
Just
you
trash
know.
yourself or
Just-
something
yeah,
up
tell-
there.
And I'm good at
Everybody
that.
start
I'm
chiming
really
in.
good
I
at
can
that.
tell.
I'm really good at that. I mean, the last time I looked good was when I was a sperm. All right, so anyways, I'm sorry. So
We love it. I'm sure the listeners will love it, too.
Yeah, right. So,
They will.
I know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So I was doing the stand-up comedy. I also did some improv classes at Second City.
Okay,
So
yeah.
which is improv is really tough. That is.
Yeah, we were
It's
talking
hard.
about that. That's hard. It's hard. I can only imagine like I don't know, like pressure, I guess you could say, to perform in front of people you never met.
Like improv, like classes or like on stage in front of people.
So I took classes.
Yeah.
And then like at the end of the class, you actually had to perform.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
And like the teacher would be like, you know, you're doing this, like whatever, run with it.
Oh, just go with it.
Like you're robbing a bank, you're coming in, now take that.
yeah, exactly.
And you just got to make it up. Yeah.
just go.
Great analogy.
Go.
Great
You know,
analogy, Kepi, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that is. Have you done this a couple times? So,
I took
have you-
acting classes in
Oh, did
college.
you?
Yeah, I did. I
See?
did 2 plays in college.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So you have a theatric.
we didn't do the improv, but I know that's a different beast.
Oh, especially if you go out drinking the night before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hungover, a little
Yes,
dehydrated,
exactly.
maybe that acid's still wearing off.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Wow. You know, so game over. But it was so cool to be on the same stage as Belushi, Farley.
Wow.
And like, yeah, when I got
Rest
on,
his soul.
Yeah.
Chris Farley.
Exactly. Oh yeah, God rest his soul.
Man.
You know, but like these all-time greats.
Yeah.
To be on the same stage as these guys was like, honestly, like that's when I got like, all right, let's
Kind of
go.
jazzed up about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Because Second City, like that's legit.
It is legit.
Yeah.
It's totally legit. Because I really wanted to be on Saturday Night Live. That was like at the time, my dream. you
Yeah.
know, to be on SNL. I want to be the next Adam Chandler. Hello, the water boy.
hello. Mama.
Papa Joe.
All right, so forget about it. All right, so I really wanted to do that. So, but here I am. No, so I met my girlfriend at the time, and she had a son, Nino, and it was like a package deal, right? You know, I fell in love with her, and I fell in love with him too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the first time I ever really dated a girl
Yeah.
with a kid.
Yeah.
And then I
What age is this?
this was, God, I had to be right around 30, 20, my late 20s.
Late 20s?
Yeah, early
Okay.
30s. And, you know, like I said, excuse me if I'm bad with the dates. I got a little gray hair, so, right, you know.
Too much acid back in the
Right,
day.
exactly.
So you're about Colton's age right now.
Yeah, there we
No,
go.
like in the story.
In
you're
the
about-
story, you're
yeah,
about
yeah,
20,
in the story, you're
29,
about-
28,
yeah.
29.
Yeah, that's exactly
29.
where I was right there.
Yeah.
So and then, yeah, God, so if I'm going to 46, yeah, like 20 years ago. So, yeah, 27-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, right around
Yeah.
there.
I'm 27, so yeah,
Yeah,
you're my
so
age right now in the
Yeah,
story.
Wow.
So package
So-
deal, you fall in love with her, fall in love with the kid, and you're like,
Correct.
this is the one.
And then I did something I've never done before. Slip one past the goalie. All right, so
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Right, that
Please
means
fill me in.
right. That means if you're on the Blackhawks, the goalie wasn't working that day. All right, so I
still don't know what that
sorry.
means. I'm sitting over here like, wait, it's not clicking.
I got my girlfriend
She got
pregnant.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I thought, but I was like, I didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, yeah.
God, that's okay.
That was the first time hearing it too. I think I just knowing Joey, I figured it out.
okay,
But
okay.
for people that don't know,
Yeah.
slip on past the goalie. She's pregnant.
She's
Okay,
pregnant.
there we go.
Right? She's pregnant. How you doing? All right. So, it was tough because she was working at the time. She was getting herself established, and it was like, wow, because we were only 3 months in. dating, and it happened so
Oh
fast.
wow! So it's kind of like it went from zero to hero type. Like
Yeah, alcohol, late nights, music. How you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
So, right,
Yeah.
so,
how are we doing?
right? Oh yeah,
Doing good.
I was doing really good. Right. So, but we took some time apart during the pregnancy because it was tough.
Tough.
There was a whole lot of stuff going on too. Then my baby cousin Nick. It was big. He actually passed away in Addison.
Okay.
And it was he got beaten to death.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and I was there.
Really?
20 minutes too late. 20 minutes too late. It was at El Burrito. Is it Tapatio? Is that right?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Los something or El
right
Famous.
Yeah, not El Famous. It's right off of Lake Street. It's been so many years, but everybody would go there.
Yeah.
Like afterwards,
The spot.
everybody
It was
would
the
go
spot.
there.
It was the spot.
Everybody would
Yeah.
go there. Yeah.
Tacos, burritos,
So,
whatever. Yeah.
and I just him and his brother. It was just it sucks. Like violence. If you
Yeah.
can't tell, like I love peace and love,
Peace, love, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
violence sucks, man. So
It does. Sad.
So with you coming up 20 minutes later, obviously you're close with him.
Right.
Did you kind of carry any guilt or any of that burden? Like, damn, if only I was here earlier, I could have done something. Or
So, yeah, it for a while it really
was heavy on you.
It was heavy because my cousins, they weren't like they were happy-go-lucky guys.
Mm-hmm.
They really didn't, fight, argue. They were just and Nick, God rest his soul, he was the life of the party.
Yeah.
He was kind of like a Belushi,
Yeah.
where he gets in the room and shake it up, baby.
Like, he's just that guy. Like, he just brings it, that aura.
That's
Energy,
exactly
yeah.
who he was. That's exactly who he was. And I always say if I was maybe left the club, because I was working at night at a place called Entourage downtown, and if I would have got there maybe 15 minutes earlier, maybe I was there to prevent it.
You could have done
or
something, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But what? Sometimes you can't live in the, coulda, woulda, shoulda, because
Yeah.
that's just gonna.
it's going to eat away at you.
And
And then it's going to hinder the rest of your life because you're stuck in the past, right? And you're holding on to something that sometimes you just got to let it go.
Let it go. And it took some time because at the time, his girlfriend was pregnant,
Oof.
Really?
and then he didn't even realize, but it was twins. So
Stop. Really?
And the sad thing is, the crazy thing is, and I don't understand how God works, but God works in mysterious
He
ways.
does work in mysterious ways.
The twins were born the same day as my son was.
Really?
The same November 20th, the same
Wow.
day. Yeah, the same day. So, which it means, I don't know
It's
what
gotta
it means.
mean something, right?
It's got to mean something.
There's
yeah,
it's
got to mean
signal
something.
that's trying to communicate with you. Like this is
It-
happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Correct.
Legitimately happened for a reason.
Exactly. So so then my first son was born.
Yeah.
And who's gonna be 19? Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm old.
Wow.
Right, so
19.
I'm old. Right. I'm vintage. I'm like fine wine. Baby.
Vintage. Yeah, fine wine.
Aging like fine
Exactly.
wine and
Fine
cheese.
God bless. How you
I
doing?
love it.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that's exactly it. So then
I love it, boys. I love it, man. This is
beautiful.
awesome. Yeah.
I was still working at the nightclub
Yeah.
on the weekends, and my girlfriend, I got her. We got pregnant again. Well, we, not me, but
yeah.
and then I don't. Never mind. I don't want to say. Right? Nowadays, how you doing? All right.
So this is number two. This is
number two.
after the born.
Yeah,
everything
after my
like
first
that.
son,
After
yeah,
the first
after my
son's
son.
born.
Exactly. So she was pregnant and still home on Saturday nights when I was at the club, and it didn't sit well with her, and it didn't sit well with me.
But you're
Just
out
'cause-
there doing all that kind of stuff in the streets.
Yeah.
Two kids at home, or one
Correct.
kid, she's pregnant. Like,
Exactly.
the hell you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. She told me about
Yeah,
it too.
exactly, exactly.
She did. But you know what? So then I took it seriously because it's a cash job.
Yeah.
So I could make
You can make some good coin.
Oh yeah. One night, I mean, you can make anywhere from $300 to $1,000.
Yeah,
you know?
cash.
Cash.
In your pocket,
It's a
going
great
home.
night.
pocket.
Yeah.
Cash. And I'm not doing anything shady. I'm just
Yeah.
bringing people to the club.
Exactly.
Get
Just promoting
bottle-
it like, hey, let's go have fun, get a table,
That's
whatever.
it.
Yeah.
So, but then I took it seriously, and I wasn't drinking because think about it. You work at the club, the bartenders, they'd be like, "Hey, Joe, you want one?"
Yeah, just take one real quick,
Oh yeah. Oh, and one
turns
became
to
4.
6, 7.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
So I'd be sober, stone sober, and then you see everything so much differently.
You do.
Oh my God! Looking sober at the nightlife, it's honestly it's somewhat ugly. you know,
Uh-huh.
it really is. It's ugly because then you see like, did I look like that? You know, was
And the
that
answer is
me?
probably
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. So yeah, and then it's like, you know, and even girls. I love women. I love you, my wife. But girls could be just as bad too.
just as bad.
Oh my god.
If not, maybe even worse. I'll say it.
I'll
say it.
I'm
right.
gonna agree. I'm sorry,
say it,
but I'm gonna
Jody.
agree with you,
Facts.
Jeffrey.
Women,
100%.
we love you. We all
Yeah,
three of us
we do.
love
We
women.
do.
I love you,
We do.
Christina. Love you, babe.
Tina.
Shout out Tina.
Shout out Tina.
There we go. Shout out Tina.
Right? So, all right. But it's just that. So then after that, shortly after that, I'm like, you know, because I needed that extra money though.
Yeah.
I needed the extra money to survive.
Because babies aren't cheap.
No diapers. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
come on.
Oh my God. I went
Forget
to
about
Exactly. Forget about
It's like
it.
you're begging that baby, please stop shitting. Like, what are you doing? Hold it.
Hold it in. Fucking hold it in.
Hold. You've used your 2 diapers for the day.
Yes, right.
Like, what are you doing?
God bless. So true. So I retired from the whole nightclub scene, and you know, me and you know, then we got married. Then we got married.
This is what, a couple years after you met Hope?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put a ring on it. And
Put a ring on it.
Yeah.
So I put a ring on it. I got down one day. I said, "Hey, what are you doing for the rest of your life? You busy?" You know, right? You know. And she said yes.
She's
You
crying
know?
too.
I know.
Tears coming down the eyes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was horrible.
I can only imagine how you were.
Oh, I was emotional.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it was bad.
Gangster to crier, man.
Oh,
It's
man,
crazy what a woman can do to you, right?
Oh my God! Well, all the guys at work always like, Joey, where are your balls in her purse? I'm like, yeah, they are. You know, and I'll admit it. You know, so, right? So you know, I'm still a man, right?
Yeah.
So
I promise I still am.
I know exactly. I know.
Promise,
So,
Hope.
I do. I love you. So well, no. Here's the thing, though. She's my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You want if you're lucky enough to find a woman or
Partner,
whoever,
whatever.
partner, whatever, to go through life, your journeys, your ups and your downs, and like your ride or die, like you can't let that go.
Yeah.
You can't let that go. You're literally blessed.
No matter what
to have it.
happens.
No matter what happens.
Just got to keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Yeah.
Keep fighting. And we have. And look, don't get me wrong. Our relationship has been up and down. Of
course.
We've had problems just like everybody
Sure.
else.
Because every
Yeah.
relationship
Oh,
is. Nothing's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
No, exactly. So even though I think I'm not kidding, but
Yeah.
so, no,
Maybe I'm the exception.
right, yeah, no,
I might be him.
I
might be him.
It might be him. That might be me. So then we got married and we moved. So then here. So my mom. So these are the darker times now. These are kind of darker
Yeah.
times. My mom fell down the stairs on Thanksgiving morning and hit her head on the ground. And,
my God.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood going on. She made it a couple weeks. In December, she finally, and this is going on 15 years ago.
This is like a year or two after the marriage?
This
or?
is. Oh, excuse me. This is. This is actually before we got married.
Okay. Whoa.
This is before we got married. This is actually one of the reasons why, because after my mom passed, my dad actually turned around 2 days later and had a stroke, and I thought I was going to lose both of my parents in a matter of 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow.
My dad wasn't even there for my mom to put her to rest. It was me and my wife and my family and a couple of friends.
But like you said earlier, you were the only child, so like you know,
Wow.
and that
the
was
soul nugget.
Yeah, and it was tough because I know my dad probably wanted to be there, and he literally physically couldn't. So
Like, was it mentally he couldn't, or like physically he just
no,
like couldn't get out of?
He had a stroke.
Yeah,
he was
so he
laid up
was
in the hospital bed. He was at Alexian Brothers in Elk Grove, and when we had to put my mom to rest, and that was tough. That
Wow.
basically, I had to grow up overnight, right then and there.
Yeah.
God just said, hey, you know what, do it. Like just you have to like grow up
Like
now.
time is now.
Yeah, yeah, not now. You have to grow up. And then right after that, I told we were already engaged. I'm like, let's get married.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my dad, I didn't know how long he had.
Like you want him to see something. Like he will leave this earth after seeing the son turn the corner,
Yeah.
get married, have kids,
milestone.
being a great father,
Yeah.
great husband. Like he deserves that.
Exactly. I'm getting chills.
Yeah.
And then my wife, whose father is deceased as well, my wife was Hope was so nice enough to say, hey, to ask my dad, can you walk me down the aisle? and that was so.
Wow.
Yeah, that.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, man. Just thinking about that.
Yeah.
It was just cool, to see that happen because it was just special. And the wedding was really cool. I danced a lot. So I'm sorry, guys.
No,
of course, man.
Yeah,
No.
my mascara is gonna run. Right, so
The foundation I put on you before the camera
I
turned
know.
on.
Oh my God,
I know.
It's
Maybelline, or I don't
waterproof.
know.
Waterproof.
Waterproof.
We're good.
It is waterproof.
So then we had our last son. We got pregnant. She got
pregnant.
She got pregnant
Hope.
again. Well, every pregnancy, I was there with her.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever she wanted to eat, I ate
Yeah,
too.
you ate
okay?
it.
All right.
She was craving pickles and sour cream. You ate it.
God bless. All right. So, what a pregnant woman wants, a pregnant woman
Yeah.
gets. Okay. Just FYI for guys out there. Just
So is this the third baby?
Third, yeah.
And she had already had one, so this is kid 4.
4?
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
4.
Just trying to keep up.
And right after 4, oh boy, I got
Yeah.
snipped.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Factory was closed.
Yeah.
We were manufacturing
The glue factory
overseas.
is
out of business.
done.
Out of
Out
business.
of business. Yeah. Whoa, boy. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So I'm sorry.
Shout out, Hope.
Right.
Shout out
Hope,
Hope.
God bless. Yeah. So
She's awesome, by the way.
yeah,
She's an amazing person.
and so
she really is.
opposite of me. She's very quiet.
Well, they say opposites attract, man.
Hey, that's
Well,
so true.
that's kind of like someone I know too, right? Behind the
Christina?
camera.
Tina.
Christina.
Shout out Tina,
Shout out
yeah.
Tina.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So then, my last son Dominic was born, and he was born on Valentine's Day.
Ooh, lover boy.
Good day.
I know. I was gonna name him Valentino.
Valentino.
I was gonna name him
Really?
Valentino,
Yeah.
but I don't want him to get picked on.
Yeah,
So we
100%.
just Dominic. How you doing?
Yeah.
And
Lover boy.
my dad though. He is a little lover boy. He really, a little, Casanova. How you doing? All right. So, my dad basically, he had stage 4 or 5 kidney failure, right around this time. I'll never forget old school greaseball. God, he went to the doctor. He goes, "What happens through stages 1 through 4?" He's like, "Hey, what happened? What's going on here?"
We missed those stages or what?
Yeah,
We skipped
exactly.
them?
Like, what happened here? What's going on? So, but here, and this is for any guy listening right now. We have to take care of ourselves.
We have to.
We really have to. So he never took his blood pressure medicine, and it took a pounding on his kidneys.
Yeah.
So that's basically what happened. So we had to put him, and I didn't want to do this. I had to put him in a home, a nursing home,
Yeah.
and that was one of the hardest things because my dad, God rest his soul, was in the Korean War. A very proud man, a very strong, man. And
As
then-
most men are from that generation, because a lot of them were veterans.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just that mentality.
strong willpower, like,
exactly,
you
like
know?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
exactly.
exactly.
So he then finally he couldn't even hold a utensil. He literally couldn't even pick up a utensil, and he's like, "Put me in hospice. I'm ready to go." He said, "I'm a burden on you."
Wow.
I'm like, "Dad, you're not a burden on me." And then let me skip going back. He was kind of getting disoriented, where I got a phone call from the Itasca Police Department, where I had to go pick him up from the police department because they found him like in the middle of the street parked, and he was just out of it. It's
Yeah.
because his feet would swell up, and I guess the kidneys were failing,
Yeah.
and it messes with your head a little bit too.
Wow.
So I had to
Wow.
pick him up at the freaking police station, and it was role reversal because he used to pick me up at the police
Yeah.
station,
Yeah.
and it was sad. So he told me, he's like, "I'm ready to go." Like he was so like he knew. So my dad was very holy. Like when the priest came to give the last rites, he literally said, "I've never met a man that was so holy that knew where he was going to go, like so confident."
Yeah.
Like he knew that.
He's going up.
Yeah, he's going up.
Time to go meet the Lord and time to go be with your mom.
And then he was in hospice for like 20 days. They tried kicking him out. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, he lasted a while. He gave it a go, and I'll tell you why in a minute, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So my son was born, and Dominic, and I smuggled him because there couldn't be any newborns in there. And I said, I'm teaching you guys Italian. This means F you right here, okay? So
Yeah.
when somebody goes like this, that means hey, forget about it. So I told the whole staff, my dad's going to see my son once. So I got him in there, and he held him. and that was really cool.
Yeah.
To do that.
That's a cool moment.
Yeah, that was really
Really cool moment.
So he lasted, but he went out like a champ. I would bring him some like pasta one night.
Yeah.
I gave him whatever the hell he wanted Sundays. Like I would feed him
Yeah.
until he couldn't eat anymore. And then finally, he passed away on March 29th, which is my birthday. And I whispered to him, I said, Dad, can you wait a couple more hours? And I think he smiled and said, no. He was like my best friend.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has their idols and who they look up to and
Yeah.
role models.
Yeah.
And my dad was my guy.
Yeah.
That was, he was the man. So that hurt. That really stung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tough. But I had my wife with me. I had my new little bundle of joy, you know, and I had to, you know, provide, right? You
Yeah.
have to work and keep moving, right? You have boys.
Right.
Then, oh God, hardships.
Hardships.
Yeah.
Hardships.
Well, and I think that's just to kind of pause. I mean, that's what we talk about, right? I think that's why I wanted, to get Joey on here, because there's a lot that I didn't even know about, and I'm really like, I just want to just say thank you for being open to
Yeah.
sharing some of this stuff, because we know that this is really deep.
It's tough.
It's tough, man, and I know that you kind of like reliving that is never easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
And I
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
your willingness and your vulnerability to kind of share. I mean, we've known each other. I know you just met Jeffrey, but
You're awesome. You're
it's
cool.
it's
I love you, bro. I love you too.
you know, and I love you too, Joey. You know what I mean?
I love you. Oh my God. So, 3 guys saying I love you. How you doing?
I know.
2023. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay.
You know, but I mean, I know it's not easy, but I think our message that Jeffrey and I really talked about is that we have some listeners that are going through some shit, and they do. And the fact that we're getting to a phase in our, podcasting stage where we can bring on guests who have a lot of knowledge and have been through a lot of shit that we
Yeah.
don't even know about, that you can share with our audience, I think is
huge.
spectacular. It's huge.
That's cool.
And I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it, because I'm just excited, because there's so many people that we can help that are out there that have no idea.
Like you have no
What's
idea
going on?
what kind of impact you
re-
sharing your story can
You
make
really
on other
don't,
people.
Joey. And it's
Thank you.
No, you honestly don't. Like we
Right.
we shared the other day about someone that Jeffrey knows really closely.
Yeah.
That's dealing with some mental health stuff right now.
Sorry to hear that.
And,
Yeah.
Seriously,
and
sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's hard. And they reached out to Jeffrey and said, you know what? If it wasn't for you, like your podcast is like really
Gives me a
giving me
reason
life.
to keep going. It's like a beacon of hope. Like
Yeah.
it motivates me and lets me know that whatever I'm going through isn't going to bury me. Like
Well,
I can do it.
Yeah.
For your friend to reach out to you and say that, that's the motivation why you should be doing this.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
That's why
Exactly.
you keep going forward.
You have to.
keep going.
Have to.
Excuse me. Well, that kind of leads me to where
Yep. Yeah.
my stepson, Nino, he was good looking.
He was.
Very good looking, athletic. So I got him. He would played football. You guys would love him. He was a cornerback, and he was very athletic. He played for. Oh my God, he did a tour of duty. For when I said to me tour of duty, he had a tour of duty in high school. So he went to Glenbard East. He also went to South Elgin High School.
Okay.
And he also went to high school in 2 different high schools in Indiana, because his dad was from Indiana. So he lived out there for a little bit.
Was it like a year at each?
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So really did the tour.
He really did the tour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Met a lot of girls along the way too. All right. So
I bet.
just saying, he was a ladies' man. One thing about Nino, he was a ladies' man, and he just he had a lot of, I hate to say the D word, but he had a lot of demons in him. He really did.
Yeah.
He got involved with drugs, alcohol. He partied a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And I tried helping him as much as I can.
Yeah.
I did for him sometimes more than my own blood.
Yeah.
Because I loved him and I wanted him to succeed. I wanted him to succeed. I showed him the gym, because I wanted to give him a positive outlet.
For everything that he's going with, right?
Exactly. And he loved it. Oh my God. He was a beast. Like, I miss. Hold on. His form was exceptional.
Really?
Yeah, because it's all about form.
It's
right?
all about form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all about form. Who cares about the weight? The weight will come. But form. If you have the form right, the foundation, like sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So he listened. So he we had to kick him out as well because he got, I have my other 3 boys there, and what was he doing that, these kids would see, my boys would see is not right.
And they'd want to replicate it. And they'd want to be like Nino, and they'd want to go out and do all that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly.
The influence.
Exactly. Correct.
Big bro.
So he got cleaned up, and he moved back in with us. And so he would work at the Citgo oil refinery, and he was like a pipe fitter, laborer. He was definitely laying some pipe. So right, I'm sorry. So just saying. Well,
how you doing?
Well, no. Here, ready?
Yeah,
you ready
yeah.
for this? You sitting down or standing up? All right. So we have the Ring camera. All right. And on Saturday nights, me and the guys were like, hey, who did Nino bring home this night?
Yeah.
He would literally bring home, we were like, who did he have this night? I'd call him 31 flavors. Okay. So, right. So, yeah.
He's getting a new flavor.
Right. And I'm not trying to like sit here and glorify it. So please don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
No, right.
He was young and having fun.
Yeah.
The problem with he just liked to drink. But he would work. So if at 25, you know what? You want to go, let your hair down on the weekends?
Yeah.
God bless.
Go do it. Yeah. You worked your butt off, your tail off all week.
Exactly. You're entitled to that.
Yeah, 100%.
Just be safe.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
Yes. Yep.
And he wasn't doing all the other stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So he just liked women and drinking. So,
Exactly.
God bless, But there were times where he did crash his vehicles, I should say.
Yeah.
His last time, he had a Ram 2500. Totaled it like bad. He was coming home on a Thursday night, and he literally spun out on 290, hit the median, and flipped over.
Oh my goodness.
And it was him and another girl, and and this was like 4 a.m. Somebody was nice enough to pick him up, put him in his car, and literally drop some random person. Literally just did this.
Wow.
And he got out of probably going to jail or tickets, and honestly, he just had like a concussion. And the girl that was with him probably had like a bump and a bruise, and like the truck was totaled.
Wow.
So, I mean, and this was maybe his second or third car that he wrecked. So he was like a cat.
Yeah.
Serious. So he met a girl from Rockford. And if anybody's watching from Rockford, I apologize, but I got to say it. All right? I got to say it. I'm just saying. There's some women that are not right. Whatever you want to say, God bless about Rockford women.
Yeah.
So she was an ex-stripper and had 3 kids and didn't have custody of any of the kids.
Okay.
Ding, 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 big red flag.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then... he just got involved with her, whatever. Came home, said, I shouldn't be with her. He met this nice girl that was like the best girl he's ever been with, right? And then we was like super happy. We were so happy for him. Like this was the one, right?
Yeah.
This was like, we were super stoked. And then one day he like comes home and like, she's too prissy. And like, I'm done. And the next day he's back in Rockford. We're like, what are you doing?
What are you
doing?
Wow.
What's going on?
Yeah.
April 23rd, I hear him come home. It was a Friday night, Saturday morning, early morning. And because he was living in Rockford, he's like, man, I messed up. He's like, I chose the wrong girl. I literally chose the wrong girl. I messed up. I'm like, bro, it's okay. Because then he left because he just went to go get his clothes to go to work then.
Yeah.
I'm like, I text him like, don't worry about
Everything's
this.
all good. Like,
Exactly.
It's okay.
Exactly. We'll get through this. You go to the gym. You take that shit out at the gym.
Yeah.
When you come home today, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
He came home. We own guns, and he owned guns too, but we had everything locked up.
Yeah.
Everything was always, because I have kids, and I'm a responsible, gun owner.
Yeah.
And we put his stuff away too. He didn't look good. He just didn't look good. And my wife could tell you the same thing. I asked him, we asked him, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, are you
Like,
okay?
genuinely, are you okay?
Correct. Yeah. Your well-being, your mental health. Are you okay? And he probably did like my dad did. I'm fine.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. April 24th, we got up. It was a Sunday, which is and was me and my wife's wedding anniversary. He went to, is it Giamia?
Yeah, Giamia.
Yeah,
Giamia.
Right and got loaded, got tanked, and then he went to go to Nico's in Elgin. It's a bar, restaurant, sports lounge right off the 20. Yeah, and he went to go meet the ex, the good girl,
The one that got away. Yeah.
the one that got away.
Yeah.
She called my wife, saying, "Please come here. Please come here. Nino's talking crazy." So me and my wife get in my truck. I left my 15-year-old home and my 9-year-old home at the time. And not even 2 minutes afterwards, we get a phone call. "Dad, come home. He's here looking for the gun. He's here looking for the gun." I told my wife to call 911. I stayed on the phone with them, and I said, "Boys, just get in your room, take the dog, lock the door. Everything's going to be okay." I did a UE on Randall Road. I blew 2 red lights. I got home. I hit the garage opener. My wife stayed in the truck. I ran in there because that's my kid.
Yeah.
That's my kids. And I had to be there. I got in, and I made sure that my kids are upstairs in the room. I said, "Boys, are you okay?" They were upstairs. I heard commotion downstairs, which was Nino, and I took one step downstairs, and I heard "fuck it," and I heard it. Then the police came, and they got everybody out. Because here's the thing: I was gonna go downstairs after what I heard, but
Right.
I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
I could scrap with the best.
Yeah.
Of them,
Yeah.
But I can't stop a bullet.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was down there or what. So the police basically told everybody to get out. And then about an hour, they had the SWAT team. The whole freaking block was just on lockdown.
Yeah.
Our neighbors are out there, like a scene of a movie. And then they came up to me and they said, "He's not here anymore." And then I had to go tell my wife that her baby wasn't here anymore. And then I had to tell my boys that their brother wasn't here anymore. That was probably the toughest day of my life. That was the toughest day of my life. I don't wish this upon anybody ever to go through. Ever. My worst enemy, I wouldn't want them to go through this. We know where he is, though. He's at peace.
He's pain-free. Yeah.
He's pain-free. On Memorial Day weekend, me and my wife would always, "Hey, oh my God,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, are we going to get a phone call? What's going to happen?"
Yeah.
It could have been so much worse, though. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
And we know where he is. He's at peace. He's in a better place. He's with my mom and dad.
Yeah.
So, it's tough. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
It ain't
No.
easy.
No.
But life isn't easy.
Yeah.
Life, honestly, life doesn't give a shit about any of us.
It doesn't care about anything.
no.
It'll kick
Sadly,
you
it
down,
doesn't.
spit in your
Oh.
face, piss on you,
Rocky,
whatever.
baby. Just
Yeah.
like Rocky.
Yeah,
Just like
exactly.
Rocky.
Literally.
Seriously.
Wow.
So, me, as a father and a husband, I got to get up and I got to show my family how it's done.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
Have to.
And
Yeah.
trust me, there's days I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. The alarm goes off. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But something inside me, Joey. Where's that coming from? Whoa, what's going on
Yeah.
here? Exactly. Whoa, hey, what is that? And I strive to show my boys that you can still live a normal life.
Yeah.
You can still make it. You can still, even though our lives are altered and never going to be the
Will
same.
forever be altered. Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Totally.
You can still have happiness, peace, and positivity. Even though, we have gone through hell and back. There's still, you can still do it. You can still make it, and you can still become something. And he's tatted on me right here.
Yeah.
And he's with me. Every time I go to the gym, a lot of people don't know this, but I know I think I hear him because we would train at the basement.
Yeah.
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 So sometimes, like when I'm literally gassed out, when I can't even do anything, what the fuck? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
where's that
Where is
coming
he?
from? Yeah, like, what, you know, and I hear him. He kind of communicates me with some people might get some that may not, but if they don't, God bless. So, and you know, I know, you know, when somebody passes away, and you know what, they're still with us. You just can't, you can't physically touch them. No. They're still there. You know. And at least that's what I believe. That's just my point of view. If you know,
it's all about perspective. Life is all about perspective.
Oh, 100%, 100%. So I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much for sharing that.
Oh
bro.
yeah, no,
I
honestly,
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
You
don't
honestly
worry
kind of
about
had
it.
me speechless, dude. You've been through a lot.
You know what? But that's the thing. Like, I'm blessed. God has literally blessed me. God has blessed me because I'm still here. And look, there's people that have it 100 times worse than me.
Yeah.
There's people that have it worse than me, have been through some probably worse stuff. But I've never been in the military, but I try to have that military mind. Like, you got to keep moving.
Got to keep going no matter
You got to
what.
keep going. You got to keep moving no matter
to,
what.
yeah.
Relentless.
You have to. Exactly. Relentless.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going. So I hope that my kids can do the same thing. I hope, you know, anybody out there that's your friend, whoever's going through some stuff, keep going.
Yeah.
You know, so here, the gym helps me. Oh my God. All right. Music helps me too.
Music is huge.
Music is huge. You know, if you're in a bad mood, put some, like me, I love house music.
Yeah.
I'll even listen to some heavy metal, and I'll listen to some older rap.
Yeah.
You know, so some old, you know.
Old school rap.
Old
yeah.
school rap. I don't like any of this new stuff. You know, there was
100%.
NWA. You know, and now you got little E and or like all these, you know, right, or whatever.
Yeah,
you know, so,
who the fuck is Little E?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know. So, you know, but whatever. Honestly, it's all about high vibrations.
Yeah.
I want to be around people that are positive.
You have to.
And that lift me up and not drag me down.
Totally.
That's my crew. You know.
Yeah.
I want to be around people that are like-minded like me. I mean, just lift you up and not knock you down.
I know.
A lot of haters out there.
I know.
A lot, and it could be family, could be friends, and a lot of negative people. And you know what? We don't need that.
Yeah.
Cut them out. You know.
And you know what's crazy? This is two pronged. It's like when I first met you, it was nothing but energy and it's nothing but love, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure people that meet you, they have no idea the things that you've been through, and it kind of goes to show, from my experience at least, a lot of the people that you meet that are high energy, high all love, are usually the ones that are the most wounded, which is crazy, right?
That's true though. Those are facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
That's crazy to think about.
It is.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it is.
When we first met, I mean, obviously, you know, I didn't know your past,
Yeah.
Right.
right? And
Sure.
I know, you know, the story you just shared about Nino. I mean, we talked, right? We've talked
yeah.
a little bit.
You were
but
there.
I
You
was
were there for me.
Yeah,
You were there.
100%.
You were
yeah,
there for me.
I was not gonna not be there
Colin,
on that
yeah.
day.
And I appreciate. I love you.
I love you too, Joey.
Was that recent in the last couple of years?
That was last April.
Oh,
last
wow.
April,
Yeah, last
2022.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah. It's fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget. I heard about it, and I talked to Kyler, one of our other guys. I was like,
Shout out
Kyler,
Kyler.
like,
Right.
I got to find out where the services are. Like, we had to go because I've known Joey. He's always been nothing but good to me. I was like, this is the least I could do for Joey.
Thank
it's the
you.
least I could do.
Yeah, and honestly, I love you for that. For you just showing
Amen.
up, showing face.
Yeah.
You have a friend till the end here.
Amen.
I'm serious. Yeah,
Yes.
you got a brother.
No, I know. Same
so
here,
you
Joey.
have a
Yeah.
brother. You too.
It's always the small things like that, the small gestures that really mean the most.
Yeah,
Whoever's
it's true,
there
though.
for you when you're really like at your darkest moment.
That's
Because anybody
facts.
can come around you when you're flying high,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
making money, nice cars. But when you really hit fucking rock bottom and you look around and you see two people, those are the ones.
That's a true friend.
Yeah.
That's a true friendship.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, which I love. I love about you.
Thank
So
you, Joey.
I have a man crush with both of you. All right, it's all right, it's all right. Just say it.
boys.
So
Yeah.
right, no.
I'm sorry to backtrack, but like, how did your wife handle it? I know that was her baby
Oh,
boy. and
my
she,
God.
Nina
That's-
was with her when you guys first met. How was that kind of like the family dynamic after that? I know it's still kind of fresh, but if you feel comfortable, like, how did you guys get through that, man? That's fucking tough.
We're still getting through it.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever.
I don't think you ever like fully are over something like
right.
that.
Correct.
No.
Well, it's crazy because so unfortunately with my cousin, I'm flipping around here, so follow me with this. My baby cousin who got beaten to death with a flashlight. Their parents unfortunately had to put their, because you never want to go your kids to go before you as a parent, right? That's just, it's not how it works, right?
Yeah.
You know, you never want to do that. You want to go and your kids are still here, you know.
Yeah.
But then my other cousin, Marky, God, stories, guys.
Yeah. I love it, though.
He was kind of like right around your guys' age at a barbecue, and my other cousin Joey's house. He was flying a drone plane, okay? Having a barbecue, having a couple beers. The drone plane got stuck in a branch. Everybody went to go inside to go eat. He went to go climb up.
He went to go climb it to go get it.
The branch broke. He hit his head on a rock.
Oh my gosh.
That was it.
Jesus.
That was it. So I unfortunately have family members that are parents that lost their kids and lost their son. You know. So going back to my wife, no, it's taking my other kids. We live now for my 3 boys. Mm-hmm. We have to.
You have to.
We have to. You know, and we live for ourselves too, though. I don't want to, you know, because you know what, and my wife has done a phenomenal. Like she's my rock.
Yeah.
She's really my rock, and she's my everything.
Yeah.
She really on my phone when she calls me. That's what I have her as. I have her on there as my everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I love that.
I
love that too.
That's
I
what
love
I
that
have.
too.
Her,
Awesome.
You know.
Yeah.
So no, she's badass. She's a badass, or grunt style. I don't know if you guys want. I got a grunt style shirt on. But there's, I don't know if it says badass bitch or badass something. But my wife is a true badass. Yeah. It's every day for her, especially at first. She was very depressed. Mm-hmm. She would wake up and cry. She would get up before everybody, an hour before everybody, and she would sit there and have her coffee and cry for an hour. Mm-hmm. And it really took a toll on her. She got skinny. She wouldn't eat. It was bad, but now she's in a good place.
Yeah.
Like I just took my family to South Carolina for our first kind of family vacation that wasn't like the Wisconsin Dells.
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me about that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you gave me some spots. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Love you too, Joey.
Yeah, God. Well, all right.
I'm feeling the love.
Yeah,
Love here. Love and energy.
God,
Love
sorry.
it.
We're gonna hug it out after this.
Yeah.
All right. So
Maybe just one kiss.
Yeah.
But
No. Yeah. So we took his. We went there. I love that's so funny. Oh my God, forget about it. Right. So he's a trip. All right. So
boy. Man.
We on his birthday, we just took his ashes and we put him in the ocean on his birthday. Mm-hmm. We got up at like 5 a.m.
Love that.
Yeah, and that was more of like, I don't want to say closure, but it was just kind of like we've moved on a little. Not moved on. I shouldn't say that wording, but you know, it kind of
closed that chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
Chapter. Yeah,
Ready for the
that's
next
a good way
one.
to put it.
Ready for the next chapter. Exactly.
Yeah, you can always go back and read that and revisit it, and it's always there. But
exactly,
it's time to kind of
It is. And my wife is very spiritual, so like she's all about like just believing in something more.
Yeah.
So you have to believe in something else.
Have to. Yeah.
You have to.
You have to. You have to. You guys, I think both. I heard that you guys were both thinking about going to church. Which is awesome. I think we all need a little bit of religion.
We do.
I have definitely revisited my faith in the last couple months,
you?
which is much needed.
You know what? God bless.
It's love, man.
Serious.
Yeah.
It's love.
That's awesome.
It is.
Because I think, honestly, I don't care what any religion you believe in something.
But you have to believe in something. It's got to give
Yeah.
you some kind of hope and some kind of reason to be a better person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Strive for more.
I know.
So I think that's that's the reason. Honestly, I think I get up every day is because I have faith. I believe, and I got 3 boys that rely on me, and my wife and my dog.
Yeah. I got a question, kind of going back to the faith. So when stuff like that happens, to your cousin and all that kind of stuff, and your son, does a part of you blame God? Are you kind of like, what the fuck?
Never that.
Never that.
Never that.
Wow.
Never
You're
that.
a better man than I am, dude.
Never that. You know what I did? I'll never forget this. I got down on my knees. God, I said, God, if your intent is to take my mom, then let it be, because that's what is just meant. That's the path. Mm-hmm. And I can't be mad. I just want her to be at peace, and I don't want her to be in any pain. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then I came to terms that God does things in mysterious ways. God does.
And he does things on his own time.
Oh, we're not here on our time.
Mm-hmm. This is God's time.
This is God's time. This
Amen.
is literally God.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when my father was in hospice, and he passed away on my birthday, that's God.
That's God.
That's God. On top of it, I didn't even say this. On top of it, my dad passed away on Good Friday.
Ooh,
Really?
that's God.
Good Friday.
Wow.
If that's not God,
That's God.
I exactly.
You don't know? Yeah,
that's
right.
God.
100%.
That's God.
Holy
so
cow.
people don't realize that I talk to God all the time now. I know it sounds really, actually doesn't sound
It doesn't.
weird. No,
No, I talk to God every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, every night.
I talk to God all the time. I
That's
said,
amazing.
God, what's going on with these Chicago Bears?
Yeah. Oh, my
God.
goodness.
It's a whole
We can go down that
separate-
rabbit hole. That dog
oh
shit.
my God, yes. So I just believe there's more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more. This is a trial and error to me.
Yeah.
This is like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? How good are we treating other people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How, because look, I know he made us free from sin.
Yeah.
And he gave us the free will.
Yeah.
To do whatever we want to do. But I think the afterlife, that's the one that counts.
Yeah.
This is just, hey, I want to get up there.
right.
Am I on the
Right,
DJ
right.
list? Am I on the list? I just want to be on the
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
So,
But I don't think that there's a fast track to get up there.
no, and I'm not trying to go there anytime
Yeah.
soon either.
No, I'm not trying to go there anytime soon.
No,
Trust me,
no.
I got hopefully a lot of time.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Is this where's wood? All right,
that
so
wood?
right,
Yeah,
so,
wood all over
right,
here.
So I got a question. So I asked you. You don't blame God.
no,
Do you think for somebody like me, I can admit, when I go through things, sometimes I do kind of blame it. Is that a sign of weakness? Do you think, or
it's just where you're at in life.
yeah,
It's just where you're at in life. You know what? Because here, you can be mad. That isn't.
I can be upset and I can question, like,
You
why the
can
hell is this
definitely
happening?
question. He wants you to question.
But not wander off the path, though, right?
Aha,
But
no,
not wander off the
not
path.
wander off the path. You could take a detour, maybe make a left and a right, but come back.
Yeah.
Come back, and he's always there.
Yeah.
He's always there.
He's always there.
Always there.
He's just waiting.
And see, that's why I think, because I have faith as a base, as a background.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps me going. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going. And keeps you kind of everything in perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do. I got to say, I like Rocky Balboa. You ain't through it. You know.
Just keep eating it, right?
Exactly. Just like life, literally, just keeps getting you down.
Yeah.
Work. I mean, life. I mean, in relationships, everything is tough. Life is tough.
It is. Life fucking sucks.
It does. But it's also beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And me, I love life.
I do.
I get up every day, and the first thing I do is I say thank you.
Yeah.
I say thank
You
you.
have to.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me another day. I'm blessed to have another day.
Exactly.
So, every day is a gift. And see, my mom and dad installed that in me in a young age.
Yeah.
They gave me that gift.
Which is key.
Yeah, it's so key,
Yeah.
And then find the things that make you happy, and like I said, I mean, not every damn positive.
Oh, 100%. 100%. We're all human.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
There's days where I'm just like, F everybody.
Yeah.
I just want to, be me and Wilson on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Wilson. That's it. And then maybe, give me a week or two and then give me some Lou Malnati's pizza.
Yeah, just a little something,
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Give me a donut.
Right, exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
I love donuts. So, so I think that's why you just got to keep moving. You just got to keep moving. I mean, you guys played football. You guys were in sports.
Yeah.
You got to keep moving.
You got to keep moving.
You got to keep moving, right? You got to keep
Have to.
going. You got to
Yeah,
keep moving.
have to.
Oh,
You know?
that's exactly it.
Wow.
Did you play any sports growing up?
I did. I was in baseball.
Okay, yeah.
I-
So we all three played baseball.
Baseball.
No way.
Yeah.
And
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think that baseball
Right.
teaches especially younger men
Mm-hmm.
how to overcome failure because it's one of the only sports where you go to bat 10 times and you get a hit 3 times, you're deemed successful.
Right.
But that means that the other 7 times you failed. So you have to be able to overcome that strikeout, all that kind of stuff, put that in the past, and then show up at the plate the next time ready to go, clean slate. Whether you hit a home run or you struck out, you still got to come to bat
Doesn't
the
matter.
next time through in the order.
You gotta
Doesn't
show
matter
up.
what you did now. You got to
just
come
got
up here and do it.
chills.
I know.
Bro,
I
that's
know.
deep.
It's deep.
That is deep.
And it teaches, especially
Right.
young men, how to
Right.
overcome that.
God, I'm gonna put my 10-year-old in baseball now.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah.
So seriously, though, I love that though. Yeah, I was in baseball, and then are you ready for this?
What?
I was in track. Because I was fast. That's
Yeah?
when because I was a center
Yeah.
fielder. So
Okay.
center fielders are always quick.
A center
You know?
fielder,
Me too,
baby.
baby.
All
Center
three of us.
fielder, all three of us.
All three of
No
us,
way.
yeah.
Outfield.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
sir.
Forget
Yeah.
about it. All
Let's
right.
go.
It's beautiful.
Hey, should we go race in the street?
No, right. I'm a little old. I got to stretch for an hour or a day or two. So right.
down for the race.
We had to do the
I know
downward-
you're down, Kevin.
Right, so- oh yeah, that's right. You've been training. I want to get back today too.
Yeah, we can.
Right. So it was a beautiful day at Lake Park. I was at Lake Park, Lancer, and we were outside, and I had a bungee cord attached to me. It was a belt, and the guy had a harness on, so he would run, and eventually it would I would go with it.
You get tight.
Exactly, and I would have to run. You would just go with it.
Interesting.
I heard the birds, were chirping. The girls' track team. Hey, Joey. Hey.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I hear, everybody was looking at me. All of a sudden, boom! Oh my God! It nailed me right down below.
Oh.
He literally stopped. He couldn't run anymore, and he went forward, and it snapped. And it went back, and I saw blood coming from my shorts.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. I thought they were gone. I was
Yeah.
on the ground. I'm like, I saw this whole little circle of people around me. So,
It's like I just got my nuts cut off in front of all these people.
It was brutal. I had to go to the hospital. I mean, they're like, I had like 10 doctors staring at my junk.
Yeah.
I was a sophomore.
What is going on down
Like,
here?
what's going on here?
But thankfully, I have 3 boys.
Yeah,
Right? So
everything still worked.
everything still worked, but I couldn't, honestly, rubber bands, I couldn't even see a rubber band for about a month, so it was brutal. So I was definitely athletic. I love sports.
Yeah.
And just staying, I think that's why I obviously started working out. Oh, here. The real reason I started working out, and I've been working out now, God, for at least 22, 23 years.
Yeah.
In the gym, like hardcore. I went to the nightclub. So this is probably about a good 22, 23 years. I saw this jack guy, right?
Yeah.
2 jack guys. Hey, what's up? Okay. They were talking trash to each other. The one guy knocked the one guy out, and he went like this. And all 2 girls went on his arm, and he walked away. I'm like, oh my God, I want to be like that guy.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Wow.
no, like, but no, like here, and this is true. Like, you get more confidence.
100%.
When you're more muscular, you're toned,
Just healthy, fit, feeling good.
You feel you're more, you look good. You're like you're an
It
alpha.
gives you that self-worth.
It does give you that self-worth. But don't get me wrong, I'm humble. I'm humble.
You are, yeah.
I'm humble
Yeah.
because there's guys that are bigger than me, stronger, faster than me.
There always will be.
Exactly. But love you. Go
Yeah.
in the mirror and look at it and be like, hey, I love that guy
Yeah.
or girl.
Be proud of the
Serious.
work that
Yeah.
you put in.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
100%.
It's like House at the basement gym.
house. Yes.
So we got a
right.
guy
So-
that he calls him House. This guy is fucking
huge.
huge, bro.
yeah.
Huge.
He's
He's a monster.
Yoked monster.
He's a
Yeah.
freaking monster.
And if I'm 46, he's probably like maybe 50-ish.
Probably.
A little 50,
A little bit older, huh?
Yeah, a
Wow.
little older.
just
So-
really nice guy too. I mean, everyone's
Yeah.
nice. Like everyone's
Super
nice at the basement, dude.
Everybody is
dude.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
We got to get you over soon.
We gotta get me over
We
to the
got to
basement.
get you
We'll
over
get a
soon.
lift.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
get
a
a
On the
lift in
weekend, we got to go.
Yeah, we have to.
We'll have
All
a
of
lot
us.
of fun.
Yeah, no, we
And
will, and we'll work.
Oh, we
I
will
look
work.
different though in the gym. That's all I'm going to say.
He wear.
Yeah.
Can I tell him?
Yeah.
He wears a condom in the gym.
I wear a
he
beanie.
wears a little beanie on his
I
head.
thought you actually put a condom on. I was like,
I mean, if you want me to, I can try it. Maybe it's
I
a
was
new
like,
fad.
wait,
Like, oh my
is
God.
that like a new trick? Like, do I have to start doing that or what?
If it works, why not?
Yeah, if it works, why
Yeah.
not?
I get a better pump with a condom on
You
my
rock
head.
the beanie?
So I rock the
Condom
beanie.
top?
I
Condom
do.
top.
Condom top.
Little
Condom
dome
top.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, because when I put it on, my mentality is I'm going to war.
Yeah.
Like it's war now.
Yeah,
Like
it's
let's
time to
go.
work.
Yeah. Let's put it in.
Yeah.
So when I know I put that on, it's game time.
I'm always in a hoodie,
Let's put it in. So
Yeah.
No, I got
ready
I'm
to
sorry.
put it in.
I'm
the
sorry.
innuendos. How you
we're
doing?
getting off- we're getting off
All right.
task.
All right,
We're
off
off
task.
track.
God bless.
We're getting off
So, yeah, but you know what? Like I said, whatever your friends are going through, and whoever's listening right now or watching, hopefully millions of people, which they will be. So,
Amen.
all right, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
So, smash that subscribe.
He's already
button,
media trained.
Right?
He
So,
already
right,
knows. He
right.
knows.
Oh yeah. You can get through everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're going through, as long as you believe in yourself and be blessed enough to have a couple close friends or family that'll lift you up and be there along the way. You can get through anything.
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 Yeah, yeah.
You just got to keep moving and stay positive.
Yeah.
Stay positive. And I am an emotional eater.
Yeah.
Food helps me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I'm down, I'll have some cannolis or some ice
Yeah.
cream.
Something,
so-
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just saying,
Yeah. So I'm curious, and kind of we talked a little bit about like kind of your why, right? And your kids, you went through some really hard times, and you talked about there's days that you want to quit. You have hope. Your wife, you have your kids. There's got to be. I mean, those are like a lot of your whys. Is there like any other whys in your life and why you keep showing up? Because if I'm being honest, you have every reason to quit. You have every reason in the book to just say fuck it. Life sucks. Like just be a victim to society. But there's something inside of you that you haven't chosen that route. I mean, is there any other whys that like really make you go like I can't quit yet. I can't.
You know why? Because it's too easy to quit. It's too easy to quit.
Yeah.
It's deep.
It's too easy to quit, man. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not.
deep.
So at work, if the guys listen to work, if you guys listen to this, God bless. They bust my chops all the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bigger guy. And some guys, they're workout, but not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they bust my balls, because that's what guys do, right? We bust balls.
Exactly.
You know? And I take it.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
smile at them.
Yeah.
And I smile at them. And the reason why I do it for myself, too. It's self-gratification.
You have to.
You know, it's
Something about it. Yeah, there is.
You know,
Yeah.
something internally inside me, wherever it is, I don't know, by, my left, calf or something, or,
It's in there somewhere.
It's in
Yeah.
there somewhere,
Yeah.
Just keep going. But the other thing, too, is like, I would love to spread the word about my story. Because if, like you said, if my story can help other people, that's what I want to do. I want to spread here. Honestly, I want to spread love. All right, I want to just spread love
Yeah.
to everybody.
Everywhere.
Seriously.
Well, because it's right now we're living in a very negative world.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody hates each other. Whether you left side, right side, back side, front side, or the other
everybody's
side.
fighting,
right.
Whatever it is,
insecure,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Whatever.
everybody-
Snickering and bickering. Like,
too much hate in the
I
world.
know.
Seriously.
It's easy to be mean nowadays.
It is, but me? No, I'm like little Nicky.
Yeah.
You guys ever say spread the love?
You have to. You have to.
Right,
Yeah, you do.
exactly.
Yeah.
You do.
It's
So,
harder to do that.
It is. It's so easy to be mean and talk trash to people. But me, I flipped the script.
Flip
you
the
know?
script.
Yeah, I flipped the script, man.
It's
I'm
all
like,
love, baby.
Yeah, exactly. It's all love.
It's all love.
It's all love. And,
Yeah.
life is too short.
I know.
To me, I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. I know for a fact life is too short. So while I'm here, I'm going to try to be positive and nice to every person.
Every
I
person
meet.
that you come in or interact with.
Anybody.
Cashier at Trader Joe's. Guy
Especially
helping
them.
at the gas station,
Yes.
whatever.
The bus boy,
100%.
whoever, the quiet,
matter.
Doesn't matter. I
Anybody,
want to
yeah.
treat them all with respect
Yeah.
and kindness because
And
that's
make
how I
their
want to
day.
be treated. And
Yeah,
they have
try
a
to
good
make their day, whatever it is.
Because I think, and I never went to Harvard, and I don't have a degree. All right, maybe a degree in stupidity, but all right. So, but I think a smile or a hello, you holding a door open a day to somebody can maybe change their day.
Goes a long way.
And
It can.
Or
No,
reading
it
somebody's
does.
name tag and calling them by their name.
Yes.
Hey, Tony, hope you have a great day today.
Yes.
That's it. Even a stranger. Sometimes
Yes.
I do it all the time. I always get the
See?
double. It's like, how the hell do you know my name? I just seen the name
Yeah,
tag.
see, and
that's it.
That little things. It's the little things. Because honestly, and my biggest thing, I love making people laugh.
Yeah.
I love.
You do.
I think that if I can make people laugh and have them make them have a better day, maybe when I get up there, he'll let me in.
Yeah.
Serious. I'm being. That's like real talk.
Maybe that's
you
one of the
know?
gifts that he gave us.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Correct.
Got to use it.
Got to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to be that light, whatever form it may be, making you smile, laugh, being a shoulder to lean on, whatever it is. We got to use those gifts that we were
Gotta
given.
use that.
Have to.
Because he gave it to you for a reason. And that's the thing. So we're not getting any younger. Well, at least me. I know I'm not.
Yeah.
You guys are.
I don't think any of us are.
No, exactly.
no.
So, yeah, that hopefully that answers,
No, it does. It does. Because I firmly believe that we're born into a negative world.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
if you think about it, right? Like you think about professional development, right? You have to put in some work. You got to read. You got to read books. You got to work out. You got to eat clean.
Right.
It's not easy though.
I know.
No.
It's not easy. It's easy, like you said, just to quit.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to not quitting.
Right.
But we have to continue to feed our minds, continue to feed our souls, continue to be surrounded by good people. I'm a firm believer that we're a product of our environment.
Ooh.
We really are. I tell the
That's
kids that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and me and Jeffrey talk about this all the time. If you're around, 3 millionaires, you'd be the fourth. If you're around 3 broke people,
You're going to be the fourth.
Yeah.
right? And that's what Jeffrey preaches that all the time.
Yeah.
It's really true, and I think sometimes we get overshadowed by this negativity that's going on in this world.
Right.
And it's so fucking easy to sit behind a screen and just say something negative. To someone.
Oh.
And you have no idea what it does to someone. You have no idea.
Keyboard warriors, web
Yep.
warriors.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I'm old school, and if you want to say something, say it to my face. You
Yeah,
know,
100%.
So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a confrontational type of guy at all.
Yeah.
No.
But that's so everybody now has an opinion, and whether it's right or wrong,
Everybody has one, right?
everybody has one. But the problem is, some people don't respect other people's opinions.
Yeah. They won't listen.
So they won't listen. No,
They don't
give it
care.
this- They don't care.
They don't care.
No, because
Yeah.
it's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
That's
Always
it. Oh, and you know what? I whatever you want to do. You want to pray to an elephant with 4 arms or whatever
Whatever.
it is.
Yeah, no
whatever it
matter.
is. God bless, salute.
Yeah.
Serious. It doesn't bother me. You're not affecting me as long as you're happy and you're positive. Hey,
Yeah.
that's awesome. You know, but everybody wants to hate or talk trash or drag people down. You know what, man? Forget all that. If you
Yeah.
listen to some good music like some Lou Malnati's Pizza,
Yeah.
I mean, we can get down. The
Something.
Bears fan, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
I think what a lot of people don't realize out there is everybody is so selfish, and they don't realize there's enough out there for us all to win. Ooh. They look at you through those envious eyes of like, wow, you're succeeding, like the podcast is blowing up or whatever, you're blowing up on the TikTok, like, damn, that should be me. When you should really be realizing, what should I be doing to maybe grow my opportunities, because there's enough out there for us all to win.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I love that. I see,
It's about the perspective.
Yes.
but your mentality,
The mentality is everything.
the way that you're wired right now.
Yeah.
I wish everybody could be like that.
I know.
Serious, because honestly, there would be so much more peace and be such a more chill, cool world.
But you know what I think is tough about shifting the mentality is I think sometimes you got to go through the mud to get there.
Facts.
I think you have to.
I think you have to.
You have to.
You have to, because you know what? Sometimes people are so ignorant, they don't even see it. They don't even
know.
know they're a dick.
I know.
they have no idea.
Serious.
Exactly.
They don't even know it.
Exactly.
They-
sad.
It is sad. It's really sad.
It's frustrating.
You have
It's
to
frustrating.
shift that mindset. And I remember one of the biggest things that one of my old mentors taught me when I was growing up is there really is no losing. You either win or you learn. Right? So if you take that L, reflect from it, learn from it.
Oh, yeah.
Suppress that ego, right? Because we all
Right.
have those egos, especially
Oh,
as
yeah.
men.
Oh,
we
yeah.
always want to win. We always want to be right. But sometimes you have to take a step back
Yes.
and look at things and not make that same mistake again, or whatever it may be.
Right.
And change that and find a better path.
Love that. I
That's
love
deep.
that.
Right?
That's deep right
That's
there.
really
That's deep.
That
But it's
is-
shifting. It's
that's-
shifting the mindset.
I love that.
It is.
Those are facts. It's all about your mindset. You could there's guys in the city that live on the south side, north side, west side, wherever, that are surrounded by just negative things, right?
Yeah.
But they choose not to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And those are the winning, the guys that are winning. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They choose not to be a product of their environment.
100%.
Right? Me and my dad, he used to take the train all the time from Hanover Park to Union Station, and I would walk with him sometimes on the train tracks. And one day we saw they're all rocks, right, on the train, all on the train tracks, rocks. Yeah. We saw a little sprout. There was one flower that was popping through. And I'll never forget that to this day, that me and my dad, I'm like, I want to be like that flower.
Yeah.
I want to be that flower that pops up no matter what's going around. I want to pop up and spread. And
No
make
matter
it.
the circumstances,
No matter-
I'm still growing.
Yeah, I'm still growing.
Yeah.
I'm still growing.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm still growing. Like be that flower.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think is tough too, especially with all this internet and the social media, is everybody wants to play that victim card.
Oh man.
And you have to shift that mentality
Right.
of not being the victim, because as we all know, God gives his toughest battles to the strongest warriors.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
So you have to take sometimes those hardships as a blessing. Like, God is giving this to me for a reason. I can make it through it.
Right.
Right? And I'll build up and come back stronger the next day.
Oh well.
But we just want to be the victim, like, oh, woe is me, feel sorry for me. Let me
do-
lay
we do
down
that.
and let me just power.
We do.
I know.
That's so
I know.
funny.
I agree.
Well, like, I'm definitely a victim. I sometimes do that. I play the victim. Well, this happened to me, so I can't do this, right? Or this happened, so I can't do this. I can't treat you this way because my boss treated me this way, right?
Right. Well,
But-
accountability.
Exactly.
It's all about accountability.
We have to hold
Huge.
ourselves
Yes.
accountable.
Oh well, and you know what? Sometimes we don't.
I know.
We don't, and it's hard. Right? It's hard because we are our own worst enemies.
Yes.
We literally are. All three of us, we all have days where we mess something up and, blame this, blame that. Like you said, I was late. No, you should have got up a little earlier. You should have left out a little earlier.
It's always on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Always
always on
going
us.
to be on us,
It
no matter
is,
what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. So once you start holding yourself accountable,
Yeah.
that's when you're going to see the true change.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to
That's
see
the biggest thing.
Yeah, it is the biggest thing. And honestly, here's the thing. We're still learning.
Oh,
Every
of course.
day, I'm
Every day.
learning. Like you said,
Swear,
we're
man.
always learning. And if you make a mistake,
That's cool.
okay.
Don't make it again.
Exactly. Correct. That's exactly it. That's facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Own that mistake. Cool.
Own it.
I made this, but I'm not going to do it again.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Man. You guys, honestly, though, I will say this. For being young bucks,
Yeah.
you guys are pretty damn knowledgeable. Seriously.
Been through some stuff,
honestly,
man.
honestly,
Yeah. Thank
you
you, sir.
guys are awesome and amazing. And the energy in this room right now
Yeah.
is just like, it's going to burst.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm a
it's-
firm believer in, I don't think maturity comes with age. It comes with experience.
I agree.
Damn, mic drop.
That is a
Just
mic
drop
drop.
the mic. Just drop the mic.
Careful,
Like
they're
you
expensive.
could be 50 you could be 50 years old, but if you haven't been through shit, like your mindset could still be like a 21-year-old. And I could be 17, but I've been through the mud, I've been through the sticks,
right.
and the way that I view the world and how I move and how I operate could be like a 35-year-old.
So you're so right.
That's why I
You
think
know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
these,
So right,
these
Jeff. Yeah,
athletes, I
that's-
think they succeed because we don't know. We only see what they do on TV.
Yeah.
right? You don't know
Right.
what happened when they were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You don't know
Correct.
who they saw get shot, what
Right.
influences were
Yeah.
happening in their life. You don't know.
Right.
And they use that as a motivation to grow up really quickly. You don't know who is at home with them. You don't know what
know.
their story's like.
Think about Inky Johnson when he's talking about his story.
No, yeah.
After he got injured and the doctor told him, you're never going to play football again. He said, no, sir. You weren't with me and my mama when she got off work at Wendy's. She picked me up, turned on the car lights, and I'm running up and down that field training at 8 years old, promising my mama I'm going to get out.
Yeah.
I'm going to get
That's
us
a story.
out.
Right.
That's a story.
Like
right
you
there.
weren't there
That's
doing that
awesome.
work.
Oh my God.
You know, like I got
love
goosebumps
that.
thinking about
Yeah,
that.
I love
Like who are you
that.
going to tell me I can't play football?
Right.
Right.
See, and that's the inspirational stories that people need to listen to and say, I can do it too. I can do it too. If you have the will and the the belief, your mindset. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Wow, that was
I played the victim card for a long time in my life.
we
Too
all
long.
have though.
We all have.
We all have, man.
We all
It's-
have.
it's-
Yeah. It's but here, at least you can acknowledge that. For there's still people that out there that are still, like you said,
Yeah.
it's everybody else's fault. It's the world's
100%.
fault,
100%.
And
It is though, Joey.
Yeah, I know.
It is.
I
No.
know.
The gym really helped me though.
See?
Saved my life.
Saved my life too.
Yeah.
It really, because you know what? My dad, going back, and like I said, he was going to be a priest, God rest his soul, and he had his faith. I try to be holy. I know I'm not as holy as him. Hopefully I'm like half as holy as he's going to
Yeah.
be. But my church is the gym.
Yeah.
And when I go in there, I let it all out.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I go to the gym. My kids tell me where to go. My boss tells me where to go. I tell the weights where to go.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so-
Exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
So,
that.
and that's, but sometimes now the weights I think tell me where to go now.
No,
but,
100%.
Yeah. But no, it's true. And what's cool is all three of us have that bond of the iron. We
iron
have
bond.
the iron.
I like that. Yeah, the iron bond.
The iron bond. Serious.
It's hard to find.
Oh.
It's hard to find, man.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Well, and
rare.
that's why, I love a good community. I know we kind of touched on this already, but it just really speaks, I think, volumes to finding that gym that really allows you to grow. Both physically, but also mentally, and get to be surrounded by some cool people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
who would have thought that a year or 2 years ago you'd be on the podcast with me and Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's just
Crazy,
crazy.
right?
It's crazy when you think about it, man.
It's crazy.
It's
But
awesome.
look, God mapped this out.
He did.
He mapped this out for us.
Yeah.
We're all going down our own individual journeys.
Oh, yeah.
But then hopefully sometimes we interact.
Connects.
Connect.
I love it.
Crosses.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Like the three amigos.
The three amigos
The
right
three
here. Just
amigos
said,
right
we could sit here and talk
Yeah.
all night
Oh
about
my
things.
God. All day.
You know what I mean?
All
Could.
day.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
All day.
Wow, this is so cool.
Well, this has been a blessing.
Yeah.
This is
I
honestly
really
been cool.
appreciate you and your
Yeah.
time and you coming on here and being vulnerable and sharing your story.
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned a lot from you, and I know that the listeners are going to be learning a lot from you, and
I've learned
just
so
how
much.
to never give up. Because I feel like he said, you've got a laundry list of things that you've overcome, right?
Right.
And you said it'd be too easy to quit, to give up.
It's too easy. Serious, too easy.
Keep going, no
Yeah.
matter what it is.
No matter what it is. You know what? Here's the thing. At my darkest, one of my darkest hours, I mean, you've heard all of them, but
Yeah.
the guy who I was living with on the south side got locked up. And it was late. And I couldn't go banging on his door with his mom, and scaring her. Just be like, hey, can let me.
Yeah.
So I had nowhere to stay. I literally broke into, oh God, it was probably like a 1989 Chevy S10. I literally opened the door and I slept in that little cabin, that little truck, in the front seat. And I didn't know I was in a rival gang member's neighborhood too. Oof. And I didn't know if I was going to make it through the night. I was crying to myself because I didn't know what the hell,
Yeah.
and I was literally like, okay, I'm going to make it to the next day. I'm going to make it to the next day. Ironically, I got woken up by the owner. He was knocking, it was a landscaper,
Yeah.
and he's like, what are you doing in my truck?
the hell are you doing in here,
What
my
are you doing
guy?
in my truck? Yeah. So what are you doing in my truck? And but that was really, it put things in perspective. Like, all I got to do is make it to the next day. I just got to make it to the morning.
It's the small victories.
It is the small victories. That's what people have to install in their head is I will make it to the next day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't take You can't think about what's going to happen next month, next year, next week. Take it day by day.
Yeah.
That's what God did. He gave us days.
Yes.
Right? He doesn't want us to plan for I mean, you could think about the future.
Yeah.
But go tackle the day that's ahead of you right now.
Yeah.
Whatever's thrown at you this day, take care of that. Get through that, and then take care of the next day.
Exactly.
And that's what you need to do. That's the hurdles right there. And
I think that's one of the toughest thing for people to do in this generation where it's always constantly moving and you're always focused on the next thing and the next day and the next goal. I think one of the toughest thing for people to do is control the now. Control the now. Be present.
I love that.
Focus
Be
on now.
present. Yes.
You know what I mean?
So true, though.
It is. It's tough.
so true.
Enjoy
It's
the
so
moments,
true.
too.
Enjoy the moments.
Exactly.
Enjoy the journey. Enjoy it.
I think this is what I think. I think when you can truly manage your emotions and not letting other people get to you, you've truly mastered peace and you've won at life.
Yeah.
I really do. Because we live in a day and age where some asshole could give you the bird driving down the street. Most people that piss them off.
Yeah.
Right.
But like people for some reason hate silence. Whenever they're given like the silent treatment. And that's how you know that you have conquered peace and you're happy with it. It doesn't bother you.
Yeah.
You
Unfazed.
built yourself up. You're the only one that can take you down. You cannot let someone else take you down.
Sticks and stones,
May break my bones.
but words will never hurt.
Yeah.
It's such a
It's a very tough lesson, though. Especially
shit.
nowadays, because people can get nasty.
Oh man, they
Extremely
can
nasty.
When people say enough nasty things to you, you start to believe it.
Well, you start mind fucking yourself.
Yeah.
You really do.
Exactly.
You do. And
Sad.
because we are our own worst critics.
Yeah, we are.
We are. Because then somebody will say, like, oh, Joe, you look old. Then I'm thinking to myself, I look in the mirror, fuck, I am old.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but serious though.
Yeah.
Because words do hurt. But you just got to be like, you know what, man, I look good.
Yeah.
You know, serious. You got to dust it off.
You got to be
Like,
confident in your own skin.
You
Love yourself.
do have to be confident in your own skin.
Even all the imperfections, you got to love those honestly more than the good things that you
do.
love about yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like Mr. Miyagi, but just younger.
Yeah.
You know, serious. Serious.
Is it because I'm Asian? Is that racist?
Oh my God! I just. Oh, check, please. All right. All right.
And,
Thanks, guys.
check, please. I'll love this guy, too. I ain't
my
paying a
God.
dime.
All right. Yeah, buddy. All right. Put my foot in my
get it.
mouth. All right. So, all right.
I'm just messing.
No,
up.
okay,
love
cool.
it.
There
I
you
love
go.
it,
But
man.
no, serious. Like, you're very wise for your age.
Been through a lot, man.
Yeah, you're very serious, and you too as well.
Yeah.
You're beautiful. It's all right.
Amen, Joey.
So yeah, no, this has been awesome, guys.
It has been awesome. We got to get you back on because there's honestly a lot more than I want to talk about.
I would
but
love
I
to
feel
be back.
like we've been talking for so long.
We haven't
no,
talked
we
for
have.
so long.
You know?
Yeah.
And we communicated with our listeners that this is going to
We
be
let them know,
longer
like
one.
when guests come on, like we want to give you the platform to share your story,
Yeah.
dive as deep as you want to do. Like we don't want to cut you off. Like let's just talk all night.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
It's fun.
100%.
Hey, man.
It is fun.
This has been awesome. This has been so cool because
Yeah.
this has been pent up inside me
Yeah.
for a while, my story. And hopefully this can help your crew, your listeners, your followers, and hopefully it will just upstart them thinking in a different manner. You know, just the way they think.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and hopefully that they'll have fun with listening
Yeah.
to this. Hopefully this will be a fun.
Yeah. It will be.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm serious.
You know,
So-
one of the things that I learned is when it comes back to mindset, right?
Mindset.
All of the stuff that I've been through in my life, I used to be ashamed of it. And then I got to a certain point where I shifted my mindset and I almost became proud of it because it made me who I am today. And it made me want to vocalize it more because as we're realizing now, if I would have just met you on the street, I would never have known what you've been through.
Right.
So you have to realize other people are going through stuff too. We all got stories. We all got scars. We all got wounds. So who knows, like you sharing your story or me sharing mine, who it's going to touch out there.
Right.
You don't know.
Who it's going to
Facts.
change. You never know.
You never know.
And you got to be proud of even the ugly things that you've been through because it's made you who you are today.
It's your armor.
Exactly.
It puts a little,
Yeah.
in your armor. It's so true though.
It is.
You don't know. Like
It
you
took
said.
me a long time to learn that, though. I used to be
yeah.
like afraid and
I
like
know.
just embarrassed of the things I've been through because I thought it made me weak. It made me look like a pussy or
Right.
whatever it is.
No, own it.
Like, own it.
Own it.
Own it.
100%.
Own it.
Own it.
Own it.
Own it.
Well, going back to what you said earlier, the guy flicking you off. You know what kind of day he's having.
Exactly.
You don't know.
You don't know what kind
Put
of day.
yourself in his shoes for 5 seconds, Dan.
Right.
He might have just gotten fired.
Yeah.
He might have just gotten some really bad news or something. Like,
Exactly. Hey, you know what? Do you want me to pound sand? I'll go
Yeah.
Lake Michigan. I'll go to Fullerton Beach.
Exactly. We can keep doing it.
Exactly. It's not
Exactly.
doing it. So
Yeah.
no, you're right.
No, but Joey, man, we greatly appreciate you
we
coming
really
on.
appreciate
Thank you
We
guys.
really
I
do.
appreciate
Honor to
it.
have
Thank
you on
you.
as the first guest.
Honestly.
I feel like that was a great
Yeah,
episode.
buddy.
Cab's here.
Yeah,
Cabs
cabs
are
are
here.
Right. Uber's here.
Uber's
Uber's here. Right. It's all right.
No, but we
100%.
greatly appreciate it, man. This will not be
Thank
the
you.
last time that we have
Yeah.
you.
I
on.
love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been awesome. I just, you guys are just badass. Seriously, you guys.
man, Joey.
You know what?
I
Badass
love you, man.
brothers.
Lucky
Seriously,
number
I love you.
13 too. Episode 13, baby.
Ooh,
Episode
hey.
13.
Yeah, it's
13,
crazy.
baby. Wow.
That's a
Run it
wrap.
up.
Wow. And today is Friday.
Wow.
Holy cow. But it is the 22nd. That's
I know
perfect.
it's
It's the
22nd.
22nd.
But it is a Friday.
But
It is
a
episode
Friday.
13, which is
Episode-
cool.
Yeah.
But
Well,
man, thank you so much.
I love you
Again,
guys. Thank you.
That was
Seriously, I
amazing.
Love you, Joey.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
GB, God bless.
And thank all the listeners that have made it this far
Yes.
in the episode. We really appreciate you
Yes.
guys. This is so much fun. We got so much more coming to you.
Yeah.
We're more motivated now than ever to just
Yes.
continue this thing and just take this thing all the way to the moon. We really appreciate you guys. As always, thank you so much for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing.
Yes.
We will catch you on the next one.
Peace.